Problem with school rules. Let's get into it right now.
School rules.
We're gonna run it back. My bad, Papa.
Man, the rules that teachers are making in school these days just sometimes make no sense or are just completely stupid. Like the rules these teachers be implementing into the classrooms make school feel more like a prison than this prosperous environment for children to learn and develop into a member of society. Like, we are the future leaders
I'm
of
so dumb. How do I have the fucking audio on?
the world. I think we deserve some better treatment, which is why I'll go over some of the worst rules that schools have implemented. Alright, the first thing we'll talk about is the starting times of schools.
Yeah.
Okay, now the typical starting times for schools can range from like 8 to 9 a.m. in the morning. Like, who's trying to go to school this early, man? Like, all I'm trying to do is sleep at that time. Like, we gotta start some-
Guys, I deadass had 50 absences. That's like, yeah, I had like 50 absences and 85 lates because I couldn't wake up. So I feel like this might deadass be a problem. I don't know if it was just me, but I cannot wake up in the morning, and especially when in school is something you don't want to be at. That's just even more of like, I'm not fucking waking up. Fuck this. You know what I mean? And my school wasn't always like that. I enjoyed my school my freshman and sophomore year. And I'll get into it why the fuck I didn't like my school, because it actually pissed me off. My high school experience, it was ruined. It was fucking ruined, and I'll explain it later in this video because I'm sure he's going to talk about it. So yeah.
some sort of petition to make school start a little later in the
I wish, like, if school started at 10, I would be golden. I would have perfect attendance, I'm telling you.
day. Cause like I can't do these 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. classes, bro. Schools need to start at either 10 or 11 a.m. I feel like that's a more reasonable time. You know, it gives me more time to rest up and I won't be extremely exhausted right in the morning as compared to when I'm in class and it's 8 or 9 a.m. Like, bro, at that time I'm doing anything but paying attention to the
Exactly.
lesson. I'm out here dozing away in the middle of class and thinking about what I'm
Bro, every single morning class, every single first period of class I had, I would deadass be sleeping. I'd be knocked the fuck out, like fucking English in the morning with these loud ratchet girls in my class yapping their ass off. When there was 3 girls in my class, everyone was sleeping. Everyone was sleeping, and all you heard was them in your fucking ear, and they wouldn't shut the fuck up. So annoying.
gonna eat for lunch. So yeah, make school start later. The next thing is the no being late rule. Now with school starting this early, how
I got detention like every week because I was late, and I didn't fucking go to detention. Fuck you. I didn't go to
do
it.
they expect us to not show up late, bro? Every student's got their own distance to travel to get to school, whether it be by public transport, walking, biking, car, or whatever. And I feel like school should be more lenient with lates because of that. Like, school could start at 9 a.m. and at 8:59, my ass is still sound asleep. Then the teachers create
Is that real? Is that dog fucking snoring? Like, actually?
punishments for being late, like giving you detention or calling your parents. Like,
Yeah, I got detention so much. I got a lot of detentions during the week. I didn't go to detentions in the week. I got Saturdays. I didn't fucking go to the Saturdays. What do I look like going to school on a Saturday? And then they suspended me a few times. I'm not gonna lie for not going, but it is what it is. Don't be like me, please. Please do not be like me. This is not cool. This is not advice. This is not something you should do. Do not do it. Stay in school, please. Please stay in school. I do regret it. Honestly, I do regret it. I should have been more on top of my school, but I wasn't. It just wasn't my reality. But please stay in school.
come on, bro. Like, what if I actually had an emergency that made me late that time? Or, like, I
not
missed the
fucking
bus
getting
or
hit
something
by a
out of my
car.
control happened. Like, that's not fair, and it isn't warranted a punishment at all. But, like, you know, I'm always a busy guy, so, like, I'm always late to my classes because, like, I'm
Very
just such a
busy,
busy
very
person
busy.
who's always working, getting stuff done, shaking
Yeah.
hands. You know, like, I'm always on the grind right at the crack of dawn, you know, always using my time productively and efficiently. The next rule we'll talk about is the bathrooms. Now tell me this, why is it that I'm required to ask the teacher
Okay, I don't know. I feel like asking is so normal that, like, it's weird to not ask. Like when you're in college. When you get to college, you don't need to ask. You just get the fuck up and go do whatever the fuck you want. But our whole lives from fucking kindergarten all the way up till high school ends, we have to ask to go piss, which makes no sense. Like we have to ask for the teacher to stop talking to piss and raise her hand and interrupt. Why can't we just get up and go? I kind of get it though. No, I don't. I don't get it. Why do we need to ask? Like, yeah, there's people in the bathroom time wasting, doing drugs, probably smoking. But they should monitor that. Not the fact that we need to piss and get up and go. Unless, like, yeah, okay, I also get people abusing, like, the fuck out of going to the bathroom and just not, like, skipping class, like, actually. But I feel like they should monitor that, like, how long you're in the bathroom. Yeah, that's probably what you have to ask, not gonna lie. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I would go to the bathroom for like an hour. I'm not going to lie. When my school was more lenient, I would go to the bathroom. I would walk around the halls. I'd fuck off. But definitely not be in class. But I guess that's what you have to ask.
Teacher, if I can go to the bathroom. Just think about that for a quick minute. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense, right? Like, why can't I just go when I need to? Like, it's something that I can't control when I need to go. So, like, if I need to go, I gotta go. Why do I gotta be like, miss, may I please go to the bathroom? This would be the same with water breaks too. Like, screw that, man. And sometimes the teachers be making up some bullshit rules on top of that, like, oh, you can only go to the bathroom at the beginning or at the end of class. Like, what? What if you gotta go in the middle of class? So you just gotta hold your shit in? That's not right, man. If you gotta go, you gotta go. It's like a basic human right. And bro, the one thing that pisses me off the most, man, is when you go to ask the teacher to go to the bathroom and they say, oh, can you? Like, shut the fuck up, I'm about to smack you. But I won't, and I'll still ask respectfully, cause I'm respectful like that. Bitch. This gets me so...
Yo, this reminds me of something I did in high school. And I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble or caught for this, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways. So, I was in high school. I was pretty chill. I wasn't fucking around. I wasn't fucking with the teachers. I wasn't breaking shit. I wasn't doing anything like actually like devious. I just didn't show up. Like I really just minded my own business and I didn't want to go to class. But one of the last days of school, my senior year, we're in gym class, right? We go to the locker rooms to like change or just I just go to the locker rooms to chill. Because it's like, it was like the gym was hot and it was cooler in the locker rooms. So I just went to the locker rooms. And I had this random urge to just break something. So I walked into the locker rooms. And for some reason, I just felt like kicking the sink out. So I go to the sink. I look at the pipe. I have these heavy ass bricks as fucking Jordan 4s on, and I just kick the shit out of the pipe. The pipe explodes and there's just water going everywhere. And then roid rage, really? No, but I just kicked it for no reason. And I was like, oh, what the fuck did I just do? I kind of just looked at it. People saw around me too, and they were like, yo, I won't tell anyone. I was like, yeah, you better fucking not. But I kicked the shit out of the sink, and then we weren't allowed to go into the locker rooms for the rest of the year. And they were so mad. They were seriously asking everyone who did it. And I was the first person they asked. I was like, nah, it wasn't me. I don't know anything about that. But yeah, I hope I don't get in trouble for that now, because my brother's still in the high school. They could fucking do something, I guess. But that's me confessing. I'm kidding. I didn't do that shit. I know who did it. I actually didn't do that shit.
Riled up, man. But yeah, even when I got to use the bathroom, my school would use these bullshit rules like you can't go until Jimmy gets back, or in my elementary school you'd have to take someone of the opposite gender as a buddy to the bathroom. Like, bro, I really gotta wait for Jimmy's ass.
What? What was the rule?
Someone of the opposite gender as until Jimmy gets back, or in my elementary school, you'd have to take someone of the opposite gender as a buddy to the bathroom. Like, bro, I really gotta wait for Jimmy's ass to finish hitting the vape or pen while I'm out here struggling keeping it together.
Yeah.
And dude, the rule that was made in my elementary school was just stupid. Like, you couldn't go to the bathroom by yourself or with your own gender because we would be reckless in the bathrooms.
Nah, I couldn't. I really couldn't go to the bathroom by myself until like 3rd grade, or no, like 4th grade, 5th grade. The teacher would walk us and like help us. No, that was in kindergarten. The teacher would help us in kindergarten, but the teachers would walk us to the bathroom until like 4th grade. It's pretty weird.
So I'd had to go to the bathroom with a girl and they'd just be waiting outside the boys' bathroom while I did my business, and vice versa. Like, I don't know, man, a pretty odd rule to enforce upon your students. Now let's talk about hoods and hats. Now, I don't know why, but teachers just extremely hated hoods and hats. Like, teachers would see a student wearing one and instantly snipe them. Like, I don't understand the reasoning for why we can't wear.
I would wear hats a lot. Obviously, I'm a hat lover. I would always wear my hoodie. I got sniped a lot. And I got pissed off most of the time. I just didn't listen, and they gave me detention. But it's a rule that is stupid, but makes sense because no, it's not. I feel like it makes sense. The hoodie rule makes sense, but the hats don't. Like, if I'm wearing a hat like this, you know I'm a fucking student. If I'm wearing a black hoodie, then yeah, then that makes sense because. The reason they say no hats, no hoodies is because they can't really see who it is. And once it's like a random, like a threat, he's wearing a black hoodie, black everything, they don't know the difference between that and student. And then everyone's fucked, you know what I mean?
Them in class. Like, what if your barber messed your cut up and you don't want others seeing your
That was the main reason I wore hoodies.
bald egg-headed ass, but a teacher tells you to remove it and the whole class clowns you for your Humpty Dumpty ass. Like, now your day is ruined and you'll just be known as the guy with the fucked up cut. And teachers be saying like, oh, I can't see your face. Oh, I can't identify you. Oh, I just want to see your face. Like, bro, these are not good reasons at all. Like, hats and hoods don't cover your face at all. They mostly cover your head and ears. Like, you can clearly still identify me amongst my classmates. So those points regarding identifying students is invalid. So what's the real reason, eh? If there's any teachers watching, let me know. The next rule is
Your friend got a haircut and he didn't want to take his hat off, and the principal got involved. That's fucked up, dude. I think that happened to me before too. Like, but the teacher really, really got involved. Like, they were like begging me to take my hat off, and I was like, no. And then I eventually I had to, and I was fucking ashamed of my terrible like buzz cut that was like lined like this. It wasn't straight and shit. Mad short. I remember it was 8th grade. I almost cried too. I mean, I feel like everyone has experienced that.
no electronics. Now, bro, especially in this day and age, this rule's just plain dumb. Like, we be doing basically every assignment on the computer these days. Like essays, Google Slides for presentations, coding, spreadsheets, Google Classroom. Like, most things we do nowadays typically involve the use of electronics. So I feel like banning them in the classroom is kind of pointless, because they are very useful in the classroom.
Only some of my classes were like banned phones, but it was really annoying because it was usually math class. And math class, I'm so bad at math. I hated it. That's the only class I really banned it.
When used right. And kids are gonna bring their phones and electronics to class regardless of the rules, so it doesn't really make a difference if you ban them. And teachers do this because it helps students focus better, which I guess is true, but let's be honest, more than 90% of the information that teachers feed you is completely pointless and you will never need to use in your entire life. So hey, I'ma stay playing Subway Surfers.
I feel like I was a firm believer in like the things that teachers taught us was bullshit, and I'm not going to use it. But I felt like when I said that I was a piece of shit back then. But I feel like it's actually true now. Like, what the fuck am I going to use trigonometry for? You know what I mean? I don't even know what it is. I don't even know how to do like the square root of something. Nah, okay, I know how to do the square root, but I don't know any of these. I don't know what Shakespeare was gonna help me with. I mean, I guess reading, getting my vocabulary better, but I don't know. Most of the information I learned, like history especially, oh my gosh. I can't remember one thing from history. But history was the coolest. But it's just useless. But it's not. Like, obviously knowing about America, if you're from America, like the basic, like, history and your rights and your amendments, that's useful, right? That's what they need to teach us. But I don't care what motherfucker A and motherfucker B did to get to the U.S. on a fucking boat. I really don't care. And it doesn't matter, right?
And bumping that heat in class. Now the next rule is no doing other homework in class. Now this rule is actually the most stupid rule ever created. So some teachers would really be enforcing students to not do homework from other classes, and bro, this is just insanely stupid. Like, I'm in school and it's a place where I'm meant to do homework and educate myself, and the one time I choose to lock in and get shit done, now I'm not allowed to do it all of a sudden. Like, this happened to me before. So I was in my kinesiology class and my next class was biology, and I had a unit test on things like the cell cycle or something like that, you know, like mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell type shit. And I was on my grind in kinesiology class during a work period, and my kinesiology teacher walked.
What the fuck is kinesiology? I never heard of that. I need to search that up. Kinesiology. Kinesiology is a scientific study of the human movement and passing its physiological, and psychological aspects. It's a multidisciplinary field that examines how the body moves, performs, and functions. Like human anatomy. Oh, human anatomy. Study of movement. Oh. Okay. I never had that class. I don't know what that is. I guess my school is dumb. My school doesn't teach shit. I've never heard of that word in my life. Kinesiology? Sounds like a zoo.
Walks up to me and says to me, "Oi, what's this?" "Oh, it's my biology notes. I'm studying for a test next period." "Oi, this is kin class, not biology class. Put those notes away." "Oh, okay." Bro, I'm screwed for this test. Bro, he's a op for doing that. Now let's talk about hugs. Now at my middle school, hugging people became like a trendy thing. So kids in my grade were hugging their friends more often than usual. And the teachers were like, "Hey, we don't like that. So it's banned now." So hugs became banned at my school and was portrayed as like an act of sin. Okay, let's just take a bit to Google the definition of a hug. Alright, let's see here.
Okay, I've never heard of this
definition. Squeeze someone tightly in one's arms, typically to express affection. Now just imagine the type of evil, sinister people that would even come to think of banning something that is meant to show affection to people you know. Yeah, you probably thought of someone like this. I don't know, man. If you're gonna ban such a harmless act like hugging, I don't know what your priorities are, man. Now let's talk about dress codes. Now for dudes, the dress code didn't really matter. We just pull up in like sweats and a hood.
Yeah, the only thing that matters for dudes about dress code is like a shirt like this. Like for me. Like we weren't allowed to wear like sleeveless shit. That's the only thing. But yeah, girls got it bad. Not gonna lie. They couldn't wear shit. They couldn't wear ripped jeans in my school. But the guys could. I don't know. It was weird.
And call it a day. And I'm a dude, so I don't know how it was for girls, but from what I'd guess, it was probably pretty restrictive. And I feel like students should be able to wear what they feel like to school, unless it's like some t-shirt that just says like fuck on it. That would be pretty bad. But other than those outliers, yeah, express yourselves, man. And speaking about expressing yourselves, let's talk about uniforms. Now, I've never been to a school that require uniforms, but
I'm so happy I didn't go to a school that required uniform. I would probably like, you know what I mean? I could wear whatever the fuck I wanted in my school. That's like the only good part about it.
They just seem so lame, man. Like, everybody around you got the exact same drip and loadout. Like, you guys look like NPCs with your uniforms on. Like, what do I look like repping a uniform with the school's logo and name plastered on it? That's on some next level meat riding for your school, man. Like, you like your school that much to rock the entire loadout? Hey, you do you, man. And don't get me started on the prices. These schools are straight scamming you, bro. Like, why are schools making you pay upwards of $100 to $600 for a uniform that probably cost them like $10 to make? Like, I'm not paying all of that for some mid. I'm not trying to get finessed out here. Next, let's talk about school drills. Now, the main drills being the fire drill and the lockdown drill. Now, for the fire drills, they are just stupid and unrealistic. Like, if a full-blown fire is happening in the building,
Yeah, these are always unrealistic. If there's a fire in my school, I'm pushing everyone out the way and I'm running out the door. Or I'm jumping out the window. I'm not going in the fucking line. No one's going in the line. Everyone's going to panic. Everyone's going to run. Everyone's going to think about themselves. And they're just going to exit the building every way possible if there's a really bad fire. No one's going in the line out the door. No. Like, even the fucking teachers aren't doing that shit. But they have to. You know what I mean?
these teachers be expecting us to form a single filed line and start walking down to the exits. Like, huh? If there's a huge inferno ablaze in the building, I'm A-Train, bro. Like, I'm out of there running for my life for the exit. And I bet I wouldn't be the only one. And for lockdowns, man, like, why is the best idea for schools to have students stay inside the school when there's a school threat? Like,
I'm also hopping my ass out the window if there's a school threat. Or I'll fucking, I don't know, I'll run out the door, right? Say the threat is over here down the hall. My class is over here. I'm running out the door, and I'm making a dash for the staircase if there's no other way out. And I'm running. I'm taking the risk before I fucking die. That's what I would do.
bro, the last thing we want is to be in the same building as them. Like, break a window and run or something, man.
Exactly.
Why is hiding in the corner the best course of action? Like, it's either I'm dipping out a window, or I'm gonna juke his ass in the hallways,
That's
or I'm
what
gonna
I
make my
said.
childhood dreams come true and strike back on the school threat and beat his ass. Like, all it takes is one laugh or one fart and you're screwed.
Oh shit!
And the last rule we'll discuss is no eating in class. Now, this rule is just annoying. Now, I feel like a lot of people could relate to, kinda. So, usually I would get up like 20 minutes late
I was always hungry as fuck in class, and I'd be eating in secret.
for school, and I'm late, so I would just skip my breakfast. And now I'm just in
Yeah, I
class
wouldn't eat
chugging
breakfast.
water and chewing gum while starving. And you remember that you packed a granola bar and you start eating
Yep.
it, but the teacher's like, "Hey, no food in class." Like, bro, come on, man. You don't know the situation I'm in right now. I'm starving, man. I need some eats. Like, one time I was power studying for a calculus unit test during lunch, and I couldn't eat my lunch because I needed to study for the test. And after I fucked up the test, I ate my lunch in English class because my English teacher was really nice and chill. She's a W teacher, man. Screw teachers who don't allow students to eat. They're ops for real. Okay, well, comment down your experiences with dumb school rules.
You had a school threat drill, and I was with my friends, and we were laughing so hard and got in trouble. I mean, yeah, I assumed you'd get in trouble, but that's just how it is. Because you have to stay quiet. You have to be serious about it. But it's like so unrealistic. There's nothing like, I'm not fucking sitting in the corner quietly if there's a threat in school. I'm hopping my ass out the window.